How's it going, folks? And I'm in Tyson's house, and first time I'm on a hammock shooting a video like this, and it's a bit weird, right? Hope you're not seeing my crutch. Okay, let's go. So today's topic will be generation 1.5. How do you define 1.5? A good question. Minority background, who actually comes to this country, their parents will be the first generation, and having a child, that's a second generation. What is 1.5? Since, the first one is your parents and second one is the child. So basically, I'm second generation, but I'm actually classified as 1.5 generation. And the reason why I'm classified 1.5 generation is because we have to combine two cultures combined in one world. So my background is Chinese. I live in Australia, Sydney, and to adopt Australian lifestyle is very different because your family want you to do this and that, and it's very struggle. Being a 1.5 generation is really tough, and I've been reading books. I know it sounds so nerdy to say that, but I don't usually read books. So I read The Happiest Refugee by Anne Doe, autobiography. And currently I'm reading Fresh Off the Boat, Eddie Hong. I'm pretty sure you guys watch his show on YouTube. And his show, I've just purchased the book, and it's amazing how, those books really reflected our childhood, adulthood as well. So it's amazing to see how they overcome, their parents and telling them what's right or wrong. It's a culture clash. They're not understanding, breaking laws, hitting the kids, scars as well. And I've been hearing my friends getting that, and it's very terrifying to hear that. These books are really good, to go through. Even though we're not in the same country, but we do culture, what your family wanted you to do, and this, your new culture as well. And, it's tough to see how you go through, and the world that we see is a lot more clear. We try to absorb what's best for our culture, food, language, stories, and as well with whatever your current country is. And for us, it's very hard to, satisfy our family. And often, I often hear my friends, they always get the beating, or, they get through arguments or disagreements, and times it get really tough, end up running away from home, dislike their parents, death threats to their parents, and arguments like over little things. And for us, 1.5 generation is really tough, and we had to do according what our parents' satisfaction. Hardworking, we try to work as much as we can, try to build the family up, united as one without struggle to earn a living or escaping rent. And these books are really tough, and I really do admire how our first generation parents go through, or as you can say, your parents go through. They work very hard, and we at the end, we always laugh at minorities. Or Asians can't drive, they can't talk in the pork roll shop, or something along the line. You guys can get it. But as you look back, they can hustle, they can live, they can earn money without strength for able to communicate English or any other language, whatever the country is new to them. And for being a 1.5 generation, we can adapt both sides, and we can negotiate. And as I'm reading for the Eddie Hong's book, today's chapter saying, how their parents was accidentally scarred, the brother's face. Went to school the next day, and cops came by and, trying to find out what's going on. Domestic violence, where, Eddie steps in and says, it's just a fall, nothing bigger issue. And, we have to go through this sort of stuff where our parents don't guide us what's right or wrong, because they went through that sort of path ever since they were a kid. And it's sad to see it's actually ongoing for first generation's parents to the 1.5 generation. The moment we have, second generation, which is once we have kids, they're going to copy the easier stuff because they don't need to worry about the culture barrier, and all they need to know is, they're comfortable, as the 1.5 parenting taught, second generation kids, this is how you do, this is what we do, or tell stories like, oh, we get beaten all the time, but now you're so relieved, you don't have to go through that sort of stuff because we understand the law. And yeah, so the second generation, it doesn't have to go through the tough stuff. We wanted to do, especially what the white kids did, or whatever the parents did to them. Love to play sports, where us as our family members just take us to tutoring school, where they enjoy life, they get motivated, they know how to live their life, where us is like we're being forced and we have to be forced to be a doctor or a lawyer. But the sad part in Australia is that I'm not sure it has been passed or not, but Tony Abbott introducing the 50% tax bracket for over $120,000 salary income. So basically, even if your son works in a lawyer or doctor, 50% goes to tax. So there you go, man. In your face. The second generation. The second generation is when we have kids. That kid is going to get the best generation ever because he's not going to cop anything. He doesn't have to go through what we have to go through, culture clash. And yeah, just be grateful. And it sucks to be 1.5 generation, but we will hang in there and we will make a change. Alright? That's today's video. And hope you guys do understand the 1.5 generation. No matter how much you hate it, be proud of where you come from. Alright then? I will, don't be third wheel, be with strong power. Aya, I'm on. Oh, you enjoyed these videos and you want more? Click subscribe. I make weekly videos, and yeah, what are you waiting for? Is either you click up there or type up the bar and say Lynn the Builder. Done deal. Builder dropping some knowledge.